You will never reach your true potential living life in comfort and routine. You've got to take some risks. Or do you want to live a life controlled by your fears that are holding you back? What about changing your perspective so that you can see taking risks as a stepping stone towards success? Okay, so I made it here outside to the desert. You can see here some camels behind me. It's super hot, man. Insane. And some quads, or Americans say ATV. As far as I know. So that will be a nice adventure. When you take risks, you expose yourself to new experiences and challenges. Even if things don't go as planned, you're constantly learning and adapting. And trust me, those lessons can be more valuable than any formal education. You will grow as a person, improve, and get closer to your goals. I took a big risk in life, and thankfully, it has worked out well at the end, but it was years of work and preparation. So I think it was more a calculated risk that I took, although it didn't feel like it at the moment. I had a feeling of starting from zero again with my life, wasted too much time, and now I'm getting too old. But I kept on self-improving, I continued to work on my goals, and luckily, the hard work and sacrifices paid off slowly throughout my journey as a freelancer. I really hope I can inspire and encourage you with this video to take risks and live a life without being controlled by your fears. Okay guys, I'm having my last night here in Dubai. We'll definitely miss this view here. But yeah, it was a good time. I will head to the Philippines tomorrow. For sure I could imagine to live here in Dubai one day. The good thing is that you can network with so many people here, from rich, successful, freelancers, self-improvement. So yeah, it might be a good place. You will also find in Dubai one of the most attractive women here. Actually, some of them are walking here right now. But yeah, I don't know if that's the best place for a relationship because there are so many godless things happening here. But yeah, that decision, I will leave it up to you. But for now, that's it from Dubai. Back to the airport, Dubai. Next stop, Philippines. One of the most common fears that holds us back is the fear of failure. We worry that if we take a chance and fall short, we'll be judged, embarrassed, or lose what we have worked so hard for. But here's the thing, failure isn't the end. It's a stepping stone to success. Every successful person you admire has faced failures. There's a famous quote of Michael Jordan that has inspired me a lot. He said, "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. 26 times I have been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life. And that's why I succeed." The unknown can be a very scary place. Our minds naturally seek comfort and familiarity, so stepping into the unknown can trigger anxiety. But think about it. Taking risks is about exploring the unknown, and that's where true growth comes from. Many people also fear rejection, whether it's in relationships, careers, business, or in any other areas of their personal lives. The fear of being rejected can keep us stuck from pursuing our dreams and sharing our authentic selves. But again, by facing your fears, you will open the door to incredible opportunities and connections we never thought possible. From my own experience, I started to stream on Twitch a couple of years ago. I did put myself out there, reached out to many people, faced rejections, but also found new friends and created, thanks to that, a network that helped me with the freelance business I have today. I decided to take a couple of days off after I arrived in the Philippines. Right now I'm in a secret place here in Angeles City. It's like a 2-hour drive north of Manila. Actually, let me show you my place here, or let me brag about it a little bit, because this is a nice 2-room hotel suite. I love this place here. It's not like a typical digital nomad lifestyle that I have here. As you can see, I pay around 1,100 USD. But this lifestyle is achievable, it's doable. Obviously you have to put in the hard work, the sacrifices. You know the deal. Let me show you my desk here, watching a Tate and Tucker podcast. But yeah, even after a couple of years, you will have some struggles. Like, at some point you won't have enough clients. There will be also like other times where you have too many clients and you have to decline work. But that's part of the game. Despite me not having any success at all, I still decided after 6 months to quit my full-time job. I know that was a big risk. At the same time, I also knew that there's no going back. Like, my resume would be even more fucked up. I would get shittier jobs if it wouldn't work out with my online business. If I'm lucky, I would get the same type of job, which I already hated. It wasn't just about going back home after work and just putting in the hours for the side hustle or something. I felt like in order to become something, in order Like to achieve something, to escape the 9 to 5, to become successful, I had to like completely recreate myself. So how do you overcome these fears that hold us back? Well, reframe your mindset and find your motivation and why. Take action. It's okay if you start small, but you have to start somewhere. Visualize your success, see the lessons that you gain from failures, and remind yourself that growth comes from discomfort and failing. But obviously, don't start to pursue failing on purpose. Your approach to take a risk should always be smart. Speaking of smart approaches, to me it felt like a bigger risk with a high chance to fail to achieve my goals if I continue working in the 9 to 5 rat race compared to quitting my job, moving back home, and having way more time to self-improve and building up my business. So let me tell you a story quick that happened to me while I had my Matrix 9 to 5, 9 to 6 job. While I'm here in one of my favorite places here in the hotel, the rooftop bar with this nice view. So yeah, it was like a Monday morning. As always, I didn't sleep much. Nice sunny weather outside, and I was sitting there in an office with these two ladies. Both were above me. One of them was my boss. Yeah, my boss. So I was sitting there in this office with those two ladies, and I started like talking about some totally uninteresting shit, which they made our mission for the whole work week. And I was looking outside of the window. I see the Frankfurt skyline, nice sunny outside. And I was like in that moment, man, this can't be my life. I knew in that moment that life is passing by me. I just can't sit there on a Monday morning with no sleep, listening to these two Matrix NPC bots, sorry to say that, talking about some uninteresting bullshit, making this like our whole mission for the week. But in that moment, I knew it just makes no sense for me to be here. I just have to get the fuck out of here. Looking back now, I believe that moment was like a key moment that helped me, or like was leading me towards that decision to leave my full-time job despite not having anything at all. I know most of you will say that was stupid. You had nothing on the side and you just leave your full-time job. What did you do? I decided to move back home. I was turning 33. I felt that was like the only way out for me. Like I have to like restart with my life, like from zero. Work in all areas to improve, to change. You have to understand, like even if you have a full-time job and you work on a side hustle, you will come home tired no matter what, stressed maybe, and you have to invest those hours, which could mean that you have to like wait and sit there for the next 2-3 years, working on your online business with a high risk of not making it. And sure, the younger you are, the more risk you can take, but I was like, man, I'm missing out on life. Like it has to happen like right now. So in my eyes, that was the best decision that I could make in that moment. I just didn't want to take the risk, be 38 years old and then say, yeah, I made it. Now I can start with my life. Like I missed out on too much again. For being like a broke student for too many years, trapped in the Matrix, haven't done shit. I had no money at all. I don't know if I had like ever like 3,000, 4,000. No, I think I had never 3,000 euros in my pockets, bank account, till I was 33 years old. So yeah, I've been broke for the most part of my life, but obviously things slowly changed once I started with the freelance job. And the big main reason why I made the transition so quick from the full-time Matrix job to the freelance was because I was there at the right moment, the right time, when the opportunity showed up. But that was only possible because I quit my full-time job and I had the time. I was available, right? I was physically like ready. I wasn't trapped in an office or something, like stressed, tired. I was just there ready. Like after I quit my full-time job, I was like hustling, like trying to improve my editing skills, and when the opportunity came, yeah, I just showed up. I think I've mentioned that before. There wasn't like lucky overnight success, like just quitting my full-time job and the freelance job just appeared out of nowhere. I was already by that time like editing for a couple of years. I was doing graphic design, so it was a slow build-up. At the end, you have to make the decision for yourself. Do you want to stick with your full-time job and work on your side hustle for the next 2, 3, 4 years and take the risk? Or maybe you quit your full-time job, move back home, and you have more time, focus to work on yourself and your online business. But let me tell you the difference between having a full-time job and a side hustle online business that you're working on, compared to moving back home, having more time obviously, and working on a side hustle and on your self-improvement. Obviously, that way is like way faster, you will improve so much more. Especially, let me tell you, because you will sit there by yourself, with yourself alone, and you have to learn to deal with yourself. That's how you grow at the end. Because if you have a full-time job, you're constantly distracted with work. You don't really learn like just being by yourself. And 1 week vacation doesn't help. Like till you completely unnumb yourself, till let's say your traumas or emotions come up, it will take some time. And that's where real growth comes from. Like sitting there by yourself, letting those negative emotions, those traumas come up, processing them, letting go of them in order to become a better version of yourself. People do not learn, people do not improve while having a full-time job, which they don't like, which doesn't feel like freedom to them. They're constantly trapped in this matrix. Not only like a job matrix, it's also like in the mind. I do understand that some people like this type of lifestyle, they're happy. Maybe they improve. They can sit and do all this letting go stuff while having a 9 to 5 because it doesn't feel like stress to them. Maybe it feels like freedom. I don't know, I just can't imagine that, but yeah, I guess it exists. But this channel is more for those who really wanna escape the 9 to 5 and then achieve more in life. If you have made it this far, thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and check out the description if you wanna have a consultation with me. That's it. See you in the next video.